How many good habits and bad habits do you currently have in place in your life? If you've been watching this channel for some time, you already got one good habit in place. Dear fellow citizens of the world, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Nick. I'm a career and performance coach. And on this channel, we talk about careers, mindset, and personal growth. Today, we are doing part 2 of the video that you can find right here, where we talk about how to make positive changes to live a more fulfilling life. So in the previous video, we already talked about 7 simple habits that you can implement in your life. And today we're going to add 7 more that are going to reinforce and consolidate how you can build a more fulfilling life. So let's start with habit number 1, which is tracking everything that you do. Tracking what you just did today and what you're going to be doing tomorrow. It's good to review what you did over the course of the day. What went well, what went wrong, how you could have done things differently, because it gives you a perspective on your life. And also, you have a tendency to forget what you should celebrate and what went well. So when you do that and consciously think about what you just did today, you have a better perspective on how your life actually is. And it's not always negative stuff. It's always a lot of positive that we forget to celebrate. And planning the next day allows you not to rush as soon as you wake up in the morning. And I did a video about morning routine that you can find right here, where I give you a few things that you could do in the morning to help you stabilize and structure the day ahead. The second habit is you need to focus on what you have and what you want, rather than what you don't have and what you don't want. And the reason being that if you focus only on problems, on obstacles, that's all you see, that's all you get, rather than seeing what you have already, you're satisfied with, and what you want truly, you're going to find ways to get those things going for your life. And also, when you brush off negative things rather quickly, you get into the habit of thinking a different way and not to dwell on things that actually kind of obstruct your progress. For example, lately, the building next door has been doing some crazy construction and it's noisy. And so at first, I was very, very upset by this because I felt like, what am I going to do now? And actually, this forced me to find a different space to work and go to a co-working space. And so it's important, okay, to absorb and to assimilate what's happening. But once you know there's nothing you can do about it, or that's what you don't want, then move towards a mindset of finding the solutions rather than looking only at the obstacle. Now, the third habit that I put in place a few weeks ago is try to write ideas every day. Try to force yourself to sit down for 10, 15 minutes and come up with as many ideas as possible. These ideas could be anything. Maybe like you thinking about a business that you could start. Maybe it's an idea to improve your lifestyle, your daily life. Maybe it's an idea about work, maybe personal life. Any idea that you have, write them down, because it forces you to actually think creatively. And being creative, like I mentioned in the previous video about scribbling or drawing, allows your brain to actually come up with more solutions to any problems that you might have in your life. Now, one thing that you've heard many times on videos or books, articles, we're talking about meditation. And since I started doing this, I don't want to say I'm a very peaceful and quiet person. However, the effects I can see from meditating every morning, about 10 minutes every morning, is that I'm able to process, as we mentioned before, maybe failures more, not dwell on obstacles, but move on rather quickly. Maybe it used to take me more time to process something that's not going well. But now I've been meditating for quite a few years and I feel like I'm able to move on more quickly than I used to. So when you get hit in the face, whether it be a personal problem or a problem at work, meditation has helped me actually move on more smoothly than before. Because meditation actually helps me reduce stress, to helps me feel more centered. And when I feel pulled to the extreme, I'm able to recenter more quickly and more easily than before. Meditation also helps me refocus on myself and reflect on things more deeply than I used to. So I'm not going to preach like meditation is going to solve all your problems, but it could help seeing things in a different way and actually take more time to pause, to reflect and process. Now, one thing for me that is very important, and we talked about before, we talked about tracking. We're talking here about tracking your time and your health. And what I mean by that is usually if you start working on something, what I do is I write down the time at which I start and actually give myself a timeline to finish that task or activity. So for example, if I want to record this video, I'm going to tell myself, okay, I start at 9 a.m. and I'm going to finish by 10:30. And by doing this, your mind and your energy is going to be much more focused towards ending within this time frame, rather than saying, today I'm recording this video and I don't know how long it's going to take and when I'm going to start, when I'm going to end it. you're going to waste a lot of time. So by doing this, you give a framework to what you're trying to accomplish. So tracking your time is going to help you be more effective and productive. Also, in line with tracking time is tracking your health. When you schedule things, when you plan things, it's very useful and very beneficial to plan for a play day or a play time. For me, Thursday afternoons, as I've said before, is playtime. So I don't work, I don't do anything. I know I'm going to relax. So first of all, I got one thing to look forward to, which is Thursday afternoon. And second of all, is it helps me process the week and really truly relax, but on my terms, not because I'm exhausted already and I feel like I should take a break, but I know this is break time no matter what. By doing this, it helps me balance my life, work and relax time. Now, something I should have mentioned in the beginning, but obsess with your why. And the reason I'm saying this is because as we go through life and our day-to-day routine, it's so easy to forget why you're even doing anything. So why are you doing this job? Do you even like it? Do you do it for the money? Do you do it because you need to learn something new? So why do you want to open your own company? Do you want more money, more freedom? You want more status? Remember why you do things, because as you go, first of all, you won't see results quickly. And when you don't see results, it's easy to get upset and then maybe depressed. And if you don't remember why you started in the first place, definitely you're going to get lost and you're going to give up. So process your why and obsess with it daily. Surround yourself with the right people. And when I said the right people, you can surround yourself with anybody, but not everybody is going to be in line with your vision and your values. And when you pick the wrong people, or actually when you let them pick you, you're going to be in for a treat and not a very tasty one. So you need other people around you for probably mental support, for encouragement, for feedback, anything that's going to help you elevate who you are rather than being alone. Some people you might find naturally, some people might find you naturally, you don't know, but you need to be surrounded by the right people to achieve your work, to achieve your vision in a broader perspective. Okay, so the reason why you should implement those 7 habits on top of the previous 7 ones, these habits gonna help you structure your life. They're gonna help you have more perspective on who you are and what you wanna do. And eventually, if you develop habits in your life, it trickles down on every aspect of your life: work, personal life, friendship, love, relationships, money. And so because you develop habits, you create a structure and system that simply help you improve yourself and improve the way you think clearly and more effectively. So what are the 3 takeaways from today's video? Number 1, adopting negative habits is always easier than positive habits because it's just simpler. Usually a bad habit makes you feel lazy and you just go for the path of least resistance. Developing good habits takes more time, but the long-term effects are priceless. Number 2, don't overdo it. Start with 1 habit at a time. See if it works, see if it's useful for you. And then once you assimilate it, move to number 2 and number 3 and so on. But don't overdo it from the beginning. You don't want to overload and overwhelm yourself with developing too many habits that actually might not give you the result that you expect. Number 3, developing habits takes time, so don't get discouraged, don't get desperate in the beginning. It's going to take some time to adjust and adopt habits one by one. But the longer you do it, the more natural it gets. So do you have any of these habits already in place in your life? Which one works for you? Which one doesn't? If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to share with your friends and subscribe to the channel for more videos about career mindset and personal growth. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again on our next video.